seeing behind me is of very, very important significance if you have been following the saga around the Olympics happening in Tokyo in the year 2020. Now, we are talking, of course, about the logo scandal that has plagued the Olympic Committee over the last year or so. Here is the story. So Tokyo Olympic organizers this past Tuesday have decided to finally scrap the highly contested logo following another allegation that its Japanese designer might have used copied materials. So let's talk about this. Basically, every time an Olympics comes up, there is a contest. Usually members of the public, companies, designers are able to enter what they think is an appropriate entry, and the Olympic Committee selects from it and picks a design. So the design that they selected this year is shown behind me right there. Now, here is the problem. This logo that was created by a designer by the name of Kenjiro Sano has faced scrutiny ever since a Belgian designer took legal action saying it resembled one of his works. Now, basically, the crux of this case comes from the fact that the two designs that you see behind me are almost exactly the same. So it's basically a rectangle with two triangles, one on the top in the upper right and one on the bottom in the lower left. That is the design. The only difference between his design and the Olympic one is the Olympic designer included this red sun, which is obviously very similar to the Japanese flag, changed two colors, called it a day. Now, this may be an isolated incident, and someone might be able to say, okay, well, they're very similar, but they're both used, with basic shapes, so there's a chance that they may not be plagiarized. But it turns out that Sano, despite the fact that for a couple months he was actually defended by the organizers of the Olympics, has been criticized for plagiarizing many other things, including part of his presentation where he showed off the logo. One of the things that he did was he took a photo of a Tokyo airport lobby, replaced images of banners hanging from the ceiling with his logo, and basically passed it off as his own. Okay? Another thing that he did was he created promotional tote bags for a brewery which include as many as 8 copies of other people's works. So he offered 30 designs to this brewery. 8 of them were plagiarized. In both cases, this guy never apologized, and he only said that, maybe I should have had some better oversight over my employees who made this error. Now, the bottom line is the governor of Tokyo is pissed. He says, I want Mr. Sano to provide an explanation. I feel like we've been betrayed. So as a result, Tokyo is now scrambling. Things are not going well over there. Their stadiums are just in gridlock right now. They're not even going to be ready for the World Rugby Games, which they're supposed to be ready for. And now they're scrambling for the Olympics to even happen in 2020. And on top of all that, now they need a new